welcome back to Little Miss Drop Stitch. This weekend I have been to Yarndale for the first time. Yarndale is in Skipton, which is West Yorkshire but bordering East Lancashire, so it took me about under an hour and a half to get there. Anyhow, this video is just the haul of what I've got. I will do another video. My arms are really aching from holding them up for the thumbnail picture. Anyway, yeah, this is the haul video, and then I will do a video on everything you need to know, maybe for your next year's trip if you've never been before. That video will be out the week after this. If we're already a couple of weeks into the future, well, I've linked it down below, so go and have a look at it there. I know I'm not talking too much about kind of what was going on at Yarndale, however, I was really impressed. There was a whole range of different stalls, and I wanted to mention this because there's some that I love but I just wasn't ready to kind of have the space to do that craft, and a couple of those were block printing. That was really cool, as was the demonstrations, and also spinning and weaving, all of which I definitely want to go of in the future of varying degrees, but I didn't buy anything for. But let's have a look at what I did buy. It's beautiful outside, and by that I mean lashings of pitter-patter rain, which I love. However, I'm going to go outside later on, which means there's absolutely no point doing my hair. So, first stall, I went with my mum and 3 friends, my poor mother. The first stall was wool fabric, and then she kindly carried it round for the whole day, and I didn't realise how heavy it was. But she does go to the gym, so I was only doing her a favour, really. The first stall, so 2024, Rachel in her resolutions doesn't buy things that she doesn't have a project for. However, if you've watched my Edinburgh wool shopping video that came out possibly a couple of weeks ago, I'll link that below anyway. I bought some beautiful wool fabric, and the cheapest in the shop was £25 a metre. Typically you'd be paying 60, around that. So I got, mum's like, well, you don't know what colour scheme your house is going to be and all that, but I'm like, neutrals, autumnal colours cannot go wrong. And let me tell you the price as well. So we've got a beautiful just generic brown. So a metre by 150 centimetres, so is that about 60 inch? £5? I know. I was good. I'm not greedy though, I didn't take the whole table. This one, 100 by 110. That one's got purpley and green bits in. £5. The amount of bloody cushions and draft excluders I'm going to have. £4, 140 by 50 centimetres. This is my fave because that's just like autumn to a treat. And then this was dearer, this was £12. This is 2.6 metres by 74 centimetres, which is a bit odd. And as we know, my new secret weapon is putting light blue with things to break it up, and it just looks beautiful. They did have other pieces, you know, I'm not quite out my turquoise and aqua phase, but the fabric was woven, I don't know the technical term, a bit looser, so I didn't think it might not go with other things I try and put with it. So there we go, absolute bargain. We'll tidy that all later. And I got a gusseted bag with it for free. Single malt Scotch whisky. No idea why. Okay, some of the stuff as well my mum got, so I will show that as well. Oh, so the show was literally 3 days before payday, and I've done Edinburgh this month as well, so you know we were quite tight. But then I looked just to see how much I got left after a few stalls, and my wage had gone in early. If that isn't Jesus saying that I should get the wool, then I don't know what is, so no guilty feelings whatsoever. Right, oh, I'll put a picture on the screen of this. This is the Toft stall, and I'll mention / rant about the customers on the Toft stall in the other video. Can you guess what I'm doing? So I think it was 25. Mum got me this for Christmas, so I will have to return it forthwith to her. The camel colour, and then like the oatmeal colour, and they do, which was good, they give you a little bit of black for the eyes, nose, whatever, and they email you the pattern as well, which they said they'll be doing Tuesday. So I got that. They had kind of other bits and bobs, and you could have it with stuffing and hook or whatever combination. And looks like I got this bag free as well, so that's lovely. That's for, I've not even bloody told you yet, that's for the Highland Coup, and they had them all pinned up. This has been in and out my basket on Black Friday for quite a few years now, and they were all pinned up. And the DK version, it's a nice size, because you see online it's like, oh, do I need the Aran version? But that's so much more expensive. But yeah, it was beautiful, the DK version, and Mum kindly got it me for Christmas, so I shall return that to her. We are, Yarndale September, so we're really hoping that we'll be able to find all these come Christmas. Oh, the bits and bobs. Oh, we've got the West Yorkshire spinners. The new Christmas one. There weren't that many stalls selling it, but I did want it, so I'm really pleased. I got a free pattern as well, if I can find it. There we go. I got a free pattern as well. The Noel socks. It's nice, and it is free to download online, but it's a nice printed version, isn't it? I have a suspicion they're probably designed by Winwick Mum. If anyone's familiar with her. I wonder, yes they are. Okay, so they're beautiful. It's sparkly as well. Have I used the gingerbread Christmas sock wool from a couple of years ago? No, I have not. But I will change that before the end of the year, and then maybe next year I'll be knitting them ones. I do like to do a pair of Christmas socks every year. Now, these are special. Again, West Yorkshire spinners. These are very special because you can only get them at Yarndale or the Yarndale shop. And this colourway, actually, they had it up as a sock example, but then they didn't have it to buy. And I was like, I can't see it, what's going on? And they said the factory, something on the machine broke, they couldn't make it for the show in time, so but then, you know, not the end of the world either. And then as we went past the Yarndale stall again, I just kind of, like, there was a beam of light over this basket of wool. I was like, that's it, that's the colourway. Is it the Hope one, I think? Yeah, Hope it's called. And I saw it, and it looks like they somehow managed to get probably about 20 balls of it, so I made a beeline, let me tell you, and I'm very pleased to get my hands on it. So this, it's a bit like the Rum Paradise colourway, but there's also a grey in it. So yeah, I really like that, it just kind of breaks it up. And then this, who've we got here? Barbara. There are live animals at Yarndale as well. Same Barbara, mate, gave me a memory of just randomly hearing "mar" every so often. Yeah, there are live animals, so do check out that other video I'm going to do. I'll tell you all about that. Next up, oh, you do get a very nice free pamphletty brochure, good quality. I'm looking outside, I'm like, oh, it's raining quite hard. Next up, like Mary Poppins in here. Okay, so I do like the Fibre Company wool yarn. It's especially the alpaca sock yarn. It's just so soft, so people who go, I don't like wool, it's too itchy and all that, they would not want this, let me tell you. It is expensive. Is it about £21.50 or something for 100 grams? But oh, it is beautiful, and it's a pleasure to knit with. You know, one of them, like, you don't mind doing 4-ply and taking a while because it's just so scrummy to knit with. So I'll flash a picture up as well. I had seen this pattern actually a couple of months ago, so it was on my list, and then they had it there. They didn't have a kit of it, and they didn't quite have all the colours for it either. But again, this is one Mum got me for Christmas. So, and shops that sell this, when I've been to wool shops in the past, don't sell the minis, and this is what I was particularly excited about. So then you can get kind of more for cheaper little bits, if you will. That's what I told myself. And it did say the actual colourways on the mistletoe sock sample, if we can say that, because I picked up a different red originally. It was this red. It's almost got a bit of brown in it, I'd say. And then they didn't quite have the blue in a mini, the correct one, but we put this one with it because it's nice to get it on the day, isn't it? And the cream. So that meant in Rachel's world and Crafter's worlds of calculations, I've saved like £40 because I didn't have to buy 200-gram hanks. I could just get the minis, so that was a real treat. There was another store that sold the Fibre Company Amble minis, however they didn't have as many colours. So yes, they will look delicious together, I think. It's looking a bit dark on camera. I do have a blog post, by the way, I usually do for most YouTube videos, so I'll link that down below as well, because I will put all the actual stall vendors, excuse me, I'll put all the stall names that I got these things off if you're interested. Cool. So, and then the minis, again, 2024 Rachel, I've held on strong until Yarndale, it broke me. These minis, I just got these to put together because they're gorgeous. And this is again I wish you could feel it through the screen. This is the Amble by the Fibre Company as well. It has got nylon in for it to be a sock yarn. It's nice just putting the colours together as well. It's just never the same online. Obviously the fabulous Yarndale, and it is quality, this tote with gusset, let me tell you. Okay, next up, this is lovely. I do like collecting Christmas decorations, and my mum's got me this for Christmas. Basically spent like all my Christmas money at the show, and it's the Emma Ball, not Emma Verman, she's crochet. I think it's Emma Ball. The designs have quite a few of her bags and mugs and knickknacks and whatnot. And how beautiful is this bauble? Like, you would know that is my Christmas tree. If you had a row of Christmas trees and it had this on, you would say, yeah, that is Rachel's. It's beautiful. And you get a box with it. That was £13 if anyone's interested. Pounds. Okay, this is an interesting one. Okay, this is from Joe's Toes. It might be backwards. But yeah, again, the blog will have all the links. So they did sell things to make your own slippers and bits and bobs, but then they sold these as well, which I love. Have I got everyone here? I'm missing some sheep. Oh, here we go. Okay, these were £6 for the little sets, or 4 for 20, but online you can buy them as singles, and I wish you could buy them as singles at the show, because some were like, well, I'll show you. So we've got little sheep, beep beep, I'm a sheep. I love this bundle of just autumnal loveliness, and they did some of just the oak leaves as well. And then I got some holly, and then I got this pack to kind of, that will go with them all, you know, to do like a garland and then space them out a bit and bulk it out. But yeah, they did some that were jumpers and hats, but then I wouldn't want 4 hats and 4 jumpers. And oh, the good thing about these is they do have, it won't probably show on camera, little holes. Oh no, there you go, little holes in them to do like the vines, or on the holly leaf you'd be doing the stems and things like that. So yeah, really nice, easy craft, because you can be the best crafter in the world, but everyone just likes that bit of easy, tactile, mindless project that takes them a little bit to childhood as well. So yeah, I will enjoy those. Probably watching a Christmas film. I am very tempted in another couple of paydays time to get the individual hats and the jumpers off the website. There's going to be so many of these garlands, you know I'm going to get carried away with it. Last thing in this bag, this is why I got this bag. Obviously I do have knitting bags, like who doesn't? But I like collecting pin badges, and I've got some from, you know, Latvia and whatnot, but I've run out of bags to put them on. So I got that bag, and then I think these were £2 each. Oh, there we go, like the YouTubers do. And these are, oh, if you don't know about Yarndale, they do, and again, it's on the blog and all that, these kind of about yay big wooden sculptures, do we want to call them, with like wool around them, and they're all of sheep, and there's a different one every year. So I think this was this year's, but these are really nice glossy pin badges. Again, there'll be better pictures on the web. And then I got that free at the store, which is, I don't think we can see it, it's a menagerie of all the different sheepy things. Okay, clearly I was going to say clearly I'm not going to sleep. I have been absolutely exhausted on the night of Yarndale. After we come back, me and Mum went to bed at 8:30, like. So there we go. And then let's move on to something else. Some of you might already know what this is, lunar lapping. I have seen it at other craft shows, but never kind of got them. This is what Mum saw and fell in love with. She's not done machine sewing for years and years and years, so she will just take her time with it, and I got her this for Christmas. So the initial thing you make is the bunny, and it comes with like some linen and some Liberty fabric, I spy, and the other bits and bobs to make the bunny. It's quite big as well, and then you can get packs to make the clothes. They do also do books if you just wanted kind of like all of the animals and to do your own fabric and things. So this one's got a corduroy jacket on and a very nice dress. And again, corduroy. There was other colours to pick as well, and some Liberty fabric and the press studs. Dropping everything. And then I think this was the one it had on actually, a knitted tank top. We do love a tank top, especially mini. And this is patterns for 3 vests. A bit of a weird marketing design, just showing half of it, but never mind. So yeah, that's lunar lapping. They did Highland cows, badgers, foxes, you name it, and clothes from all. They're really, really sweet. They are, well, I'll let you know the prices. So the patterns for the tank tops were £7.50. The instructions and fabric for the clothes was £28. And then the instructions and the fabric for just the bunny was £26. Some of them were cheap because they have different sizes as well. The bunny's quite big. That'll be probably why I've never gotten them before, because they're a bit pricey, but they do use, now I can see kind of they use just beautiful felts, corduroys, Liberty fabrics, linens. That's probably why they're a bit more expensive, but that's Mum's Christmas present. Next up, it was, I don't really know what the stall's called, Hot Butter Yarns by Jackie Borg. I don't know if the stall was called Hot Butter Yarns as well. Anyhow, they were expensive. The big patterns were 10 quid, which is expensive. However, I looked online and you couldn't really get them then without a kit, so I thought, oh, whilst I'm here, I'll get them. And again, not the best picture either. I'll try and flash one up if I can get an image off Ravelry. It's jumper in the round. Her stall was a lot of in the round, and then just like spots, and it was the spots bit I liked. So pattern for that. Another one of hers. Oh, there's a better picture there. So that's done in the round up to the sleeves, and then you split off, but then it's kind of like all joined in. Is it? Yeah, stocking stitch. I like this because I thought that's a good one to use for my scraps. There's a running theme when I show you all different patterns I've got. There's a running theme of what I'm not doing with my scraps isn't worth knowing. So let's hope I'm able to reduce my stash. Then this one was £5. How nice is this? You could get you could get more wool. I'm giving you permission. But yeah, I'd look to use my scraps as well. How nice is that? I mean, I know what we're all thinking. It'll be purling fur out because it's not in the round, but it doesn't look too traumatising, does it? Yeah, I think that's really sweet. There's a picture in there of it, of a fireplace as well. Then I always think it's better to get the patterns and you can do them anytime rather than, get all the wool and have no room for it in my case. This is Woolen Knots and the patterns by Anne Tucker. So this one I just got the pattern. Can you see it? It's like a chevron stocking. Again, I thought that would be great for using my scraps. I really like that. What thickness is it? I think it's double knit thickness. Yeah, 4mm needles. So yeah, I like that. And then this, I did get the wool for it as well. So it's a tiny picture. Okay, spoilers. I'll go and try and flash up a picture. It's a stocking, but it's a smaller one, and it was only 14 quid for the pattern and 100 grams of wool to do it. The patterns on their own are 6 quid. So that would make a lovely present as well if you've got any crafty friends. Oop. I chose the green because there was a green one on display and I absolutely loved it. And then, I am loving my neutral rustics at the minute. So this has a tree design on, says hope. They did other ones with reindeers' hearts that said love, joy and all the rest of it. I think I'm totally going to get carried away and do get the other patterns and do plenty of these. I also love, little top tip, what you could do. You could do it in Aran, 4-ply and have bigger, smaller stockings, chunky, go absolutely wild. So yeah, it's quite a versatile pattern actually. And I also from that stall got 100 grams of this. If anyone's, and she's quite popular at Yarndale, she's in Skipton, Pearl and Jane. I love their stuff. They got some of this in and I just knew as soon as I saw it. They bought quite a lot from the company. So it's an Irish wool, it's a Donegal, but now they've more or less sold out because the company folded or whatever because of coronavirus lockdown and all the rest of it. But then there was just so much of it on this stall, so I don't know if this is like, it's still a Donegal, I don't know if this is the wrong version or what's going on, but they had loads of it and I loved it. It's folklore yarns, and that's why I'm like, oh, I might do another stocking. Mine will, because the ruby red was just scrummy as well. Okie doke. Oh, I got this little postcard, how to cast on, and it's like an infographic of it, so I'll frame that and put that in my future craft room. They did do a 3-print of it as well. These, okay. Can you guess what this will be? I've got from Sincerely Louise these patterns for heads. Again, will totally go in my house. So we've got Highland Coo. I chose the ram. They did every animal you could want, and they did about 3 different types of sheep, and a deer for my hopefully future Norwegian reading corner. Yeah, don't ask. The plans are there in my head. And then I got the little boards. These were 6 each. Thought they'll look nice and proper then to hang them up. They did do bigger ones, but the big heads were like ridiculously big. I can't even tell you. I don't like speaking negatively, but they look stupid. They were like that big. If they were done in chunky or Aran, that would have been, yeah, I'd have probably gone for the bigger ones. They did do kits as well to do them, but yeah. Might be a bit busy with other stuff before then. Then more patterns. This was from a lady that had her own small holding of rare breed sheep. I don't think it says the name of the company. Oh, gamfarmbreeds.co.uk. I'll flash the patterns up because it's not very clear on here. If I can get a picture, but yeah, I just love the pattern for this, and then I'll probably go back and get the wool when I'm ready for it. And then this cushion, the Union Jack cushion, but I'm more interested in the neutral version that's in the background. These were 2 quid, the patterns, so can't argue with that, can we? And they had the kits. I think the cushion kit was about 40 quid. But you could totally do as well whatever wool you wanted. That's like sometimes like Toft you have to get the wool to be able to get the pattern, but a lot at the show were quite good in that you could just get the pattern rather than the kit. Oh, so my worst enemy, Intarsia, that I attempted once when I was about 14 and haven't again. But I loved this. These were really unusual designs. So this is a cushion with a peacock butterfly, but there'll be lots of pictures on the blog. She did gorgeous Intarsia blankets and all sorts. So I thought, oh, that's quite a nice little statement. I'll show you again. And she did other butterflies and things as well. So we'll see how that goes. So now, what else have we got? So in Rachel Land, when I get a house, I'm going to have seasonal decor, so seasonal bunting. And I found once, and I absolutely loved it and didn't get enough, bias binding, but yeah, just bias binding with a crochet edge. It's a little bit dearer, but it's beautiful. And there was a store with just ribbons and buttons, and they had loads of the crochet edged. So that's for spring. Oh, sorry. This is summer. This is autumn. And how cool's this actually? This is winter. I like things that aren't overtly Christmassy. I mean, I did get 4 meters of each. I think it cost me 20 quid for it, but you don't want to run out, do you? Although I want to make them, but then I'm like, well, I've not got a house to put them in, so I don't know how big I want them. I don't want it to look like the Great British Bake Off tent, okay? I want it to look nice, so I don't know whether it's little flags for, you know, a mantelpiece or bigger ones for a wall. I'm not sure, so maybe I should hang fire making them. But I'm ready for when the moment strikes. My mum got some ribbon as well that said Mr. and Mrs. on. And that's as much as I can say about that project. No, is that everything? I think that might be it, you know. Oh, have we done this bag? Oh, yeah, a couple of more bits. There was a store I visited and I have bought before from, I found them on Etsy, but I didn't get anything from the show, although I did really like the Halloween sock yarn. They do a lot of self-striping sock yarn, Dragon Hill Studio, I know they're quite popular with a few of you. So these, if you've got the picture, I'll flash that up because it's much cuter. It was £10 show price. Sue Stratford Knits Christmas Mousies, it's called. Yeah, these are really cute. I was like, oh, I'll just get, because they did the pattern on its own. I was like, oh, I'll just get that, Mum, and you know, I can do it whenever I'm leftovers. But with the little box, you did get the whiskers and the eyes and stuff, so I thought, oh, by the time I've ended up buying like a pack of eyes when I only need 4 and stuff, I may as well have got it. So Mum got me that for Christmas, so that'll be going away as well. Kit contains 5 grams of pale grey Angora, so it's all good stuff. Small amount of pale pink yarn, multicoloured 4-ply, I think that's for the scarves. That looks to be West Yorkshire spinners on the samples I saw. Sewing thread for whiskers, 2 blue beads and toy filling. So I've got lots of things going on. I love it. So my new rule is to do a pair of socks in between each project. I've been doing really well. I think I've done about 5 at least, and then now with everything I've got sock wool wise, I've just broken even now and I'm back to where I was. But all good fun, keeps us out of trouble. Thank you very much for letting me indulge today in my little purchases. If you can, please give us a like, thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff, just to support us so we can keep going and making more videos. I did actually have 2 pattern sales over on my Ravelry, so thank you. I really appreciate it because that meant I could get something else from the show. So thank you and do take care.